You just got a raise. Your bank account looks better than it did 2 years ago. You're finally contributing to your retirement account, but somehow you still feel broke. You scroll through social media and see someone your age buying a house. Another person just took their third vacation this year. Your coworker drives a car that costs more than you make in a year, and you think to yourself, am I falling behind? Here's what nobody tells you. Financial progress is invisible until it's not. And most people doing well financially have absolutely no idea they're doing well because they're too busy comparing themselves to people who might be drowning in debt. By the end of this video, you'll know the actual signs that you are winning with money even when it doesn't feel like it. My name is Ivan and I help people understand money, personal finance, and building wealth. If you are interested in getting your finances on track and maybe even getting ahead of the pack, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if this information helps you out. Think about fitness for a second. You can work out consistently for 6 months and see zero dramatic changes when you look in the mirror every day. But then you see a photo from 6 months ago and realize you've completely transformed. Financial progress works the same way. Day to day, it feels like nothing's happening. But if you measure against the right benchmarks, you realize you're actually crushing it. Let's break down the real signs you're doing better than you think. Sign 1. You pay your bills on time without drama. This sounds basic, but stay with me because most people can't actually do this. If you can pay your rent, your phone bill, your utilities, and buy groceries without having to choose which one gets paid this month, you're doing better than you think. The reality is many people lack either the discipline or the income to cover everything. They're constantly juggling, paying the electricity bill late to cover rent, skipping the phone payment to buy food. Each missed payment triggers late fees, interest charges, and credit score damage that compounds into a financial nightmare. Poor Peter is always 3 weeks behind on something. He pays his car insurance late and gets hit with a $30 fee. Then he overdrafts trying to cover groceries. That's another $35. By the end of the month, he's paid $70 in penalty just for being behind. Rich Richard pays everything on time. No fees, no stress. No surprise charges eating his paycheck. Over a year, that difference is $840. Just from being organized and having a small buffer. The psychology here, financial stability starts with the basics. If you're not constantly putting out fires, you have mental bandwidth to actually build wealth. The consequence of not having this, your credit score tanks. You pay more for everything because your interest rates are higher. You're trapped in a loop of penalties. If you're paying bills on time right now, celebrate that. Seriously. That alone puts you ahead of millions of people. If you're not there yet, your first goal isn't investing or buying a house. It's creating a $50 buffer so bills clear without drama. Sign 2, your net worth is growing over time. You'd be surprised how many people never see their net worth increase. Many people's net worth goes negative due to student loans and credit card debt. If your net worth is rising even slowly, you're on the right track. Your net worth doesn't have to double every year. In fact, that's rare. But if you see steady progress over most periods thanks to earning money, paying down debt, and watching investments grow, that's a massive accomplishment. Poor Peter's net worth is negative $20,000, student loans and credit cards. Every year, he pays minimums and his net worth barely moves because interest eats most of his payments. Rich Richard started at negative $10,000, but he's been aggressively paying debt and investing for 5 years. His net worth is now positive $30,000. He's $40,000 ahead of where poor Peter will be in 5 years just from the consistent behavior. The psychology. Net worth is the only number that actually matters. Income is irrelevant if you spend it all. Net worth shows whether you're actually building wealth or just looking like you are. The consequence of ignoring net worth, you'll work your entire life and have nothing to show for it. Calculate your net worth right now. Assets minus debts. Write it down. Track it every quarter. That simple act of measuring creates accountability that drives better decisions. Sign 3, you have insurance that protects you from catastrophic loss. Part of being financially stable is being protected against disasters you can't control. If you have homeowners or renters insurance, car insurance with actual coverage, not just liability, health insurance, and life insurance. If people depend on your income, you're doing well. Poor Peter has the cheapest car insurance legally allowed. Liability only. His car is worth $8,000, but he's not covered if he crashes it or someone steals it. When his car gets totaled in an accident, he gets nothing. Now he has no car, no way to get to work, and he has to finance another car at a terrible interest rate because his credit is shot. Rich Richard pays an extra $40 per month for full coverage. When his car gets totaled, Insurance cuts him a check for $8,000. He buys another reliable used car with cash. No loan, no crisis. The psychology. Insurance is paying a small amount consistently to avoid a massive loss that could destroy your financial life. People who skip it are gambling with their future. The consequence: one accident, one medical emergency, one lawsuit, and you're bankrupt. Audit your insurance coverage. Do you have renter's insurance? If not, it costs $15 per month and covers everything you own. Do you have an emergency fund to cover your deductibles? If not, that's your next savings goal. Sign 4, money doesn't keep you awake at night. If you sleep peacefully and when something does keep you awake, it's usually not money related, you're doing better than you think. Everyone worries about money to some extent, even billionaires. But if financial fears aren't consuming you every single night, you're financially stable. Poor Peter lies awake doing mental math. Can he cover rent if his car breaks down? What happens if he gets sick and misses work? He's constantly in low-grade panic mode. His brain is stuck in survival mode, which makes it impossible to think strategically. Rich Richard worries about money sometimes, but it's not existential dread. He wonders if he should rebalance his portfolio or if he's saving enough for retirement. Those are optimization problems, not survival problems. The psychology: financial stability isn't about having infinite money. It's about having enough buffer that unexpected expenses are annoying, not catastrophic. The consequence of constant money stress: your functional IQ drops. You make worse decisions. You're irritable. Your relationships suffer. You can't focus at work. If you're sleeping fine, celebrate that. If you're not, your first goal is building a $1,000 emergency fund. That buffer won't solve everything, but it will massively reduce the panic. Sign 5, you control your spending instead of your spending controlling you. Doing well financially doesn't mean being rich. It means being able to resist stupid purchases. Many people cannot keep their spending in check. They see something they want and they buy it. Credit card, financing, whatever it takes, they're trapped in a cycle where every dollar that comes in immediately goes out. If you can see something you want, pause and decide not to buy it based on your actual priorities, you're doing better than most. Poor Peter sees a new phone. His current one works fine, but the new one looks cool. He finances it, $1,200 at 24% interest over 2 years. He'll pay $1,600 total for a phone that will be obsolete before it's paid off. Rich Richard sees the same phone. He wants it. But he asks himself, is this moving me forward or holding me back? He keeps his current phone another year and invests that $1,200 instead. In 2 years, that money becomes $1,400. He's $1,600 ahead of poor Peter just from one decision. The psychology: every purchase is a vote for the life you want or the life you're avoiding. When you can control spending, you're voting for future freedom over immediate gratification. The consequence of not controlling spending: you'll earn more every year and feel more stressed because your expenses rise exactly as fast as your income. This week, track every dollar you spend, not to judge yourself, just to see where it goes. Most people have no idea. No. Once you see the pattern, you can decide if you're spending on things that actually matter or just filling a void. Sign 6. You have a steady income you can count on. You don't need to earn 6 figures to be doing well. Just earning a steady income you can depend on puts you ahead. If money comes in regularly and you're not constantly worried about losing your job or your income disappearing, you're in a better position than you realize. Poor Peter earns $40,000 a year, but his job is unstable. He's constantly worried about layoffs. He can't plan for the future because he doesn't know if he'll have income next quarter. That stress prevents him from making smart long-term decisions. Rich Richard earns $45,000 in a stable job. He knows his income isn't going anywhere. That certainty allows him to automate investments, plan for big purchases, and think in decades instead of weeks. The psychology: your income is your wealth building engine. Everything else flows from it. Without steady income, you can't build momentum. The consequence of unstable income: you're always in reactive mode. You can't invest consistently. You can't plan. You're trapped in survival thinking. If your income is steady right now, be grateful. If it's not, make job security your top priority, even if it means taking a slight pay cut for stability. Sign 7. You have manageable debt and you're making progress. Having any debt can feel discouraging because it takes forever to pay off. But if your debt is manageable and you're making consistent progress toward being debt-free, you're doing great. It can seem like everyone on social media is buying houses and cars and taking vacations with zero debt. The reality: most of them have massive debt. They're just not posting about it. Poor Peter has $30,000 in credit card debt at 22% interest. He pays minimums. The interest is $550 per month. His balance barely moves. At this rate, he'll be paying for 20 years. Rich Richard had $15,000 in credit card debt. He got aggressive, he cut expenses, worked side gigs, and threw every extra dollar at it. 18 months later, it's gone. Now that $500 per month goes to investments instead of interest. The psychology: debt is a choice to pay for your past instead of investing in your future. Every dollar of interest is a dollar that could have been compounding for you instead of against you. The consequence of keeping debt forever: you'll work harder than people with no debt and have less to show for it because interest is constantly draining your resources. List all your debts with interest rates, focus everything on the highest interest debt first, cut expenses ruthlessly until it's gone, then attack the next one. Sign 8, you're investing something even if it's not much. If any amount of money is going toward appreciating assets as part of your routine, you should be proud. A large percentage of people invest nothing at all, 0. They're spending everything and hoping Social Security saves them. If you're putting money into a 401k, an IRA, index funds, real estate, anything that grows over time, you're on the right track. It doesn't matter if it's not as much as you think it should be. Poor Peter makes $50,000 a year and invests 0. He tells himself he'll start when he makes more money. Narrator: he never starts. Rich Richard makes $50,000 and invests 5%. That's $208 per month. After 30 years at 7% returns, that becomes $300,000. Poor Peter has 0. The psychology: investing isn't about the amount. It's about the habit. Once the behavior is established, increasing, the amount is easy. Starting from 0 is hard. The consequence of not investing: you work for 40 years and have nothing but Social Security to show for it. If you're already investing anything, celebrate it. If you're not open a Roth IRA this week and set up an automatic transfer of $25 per paycheck. The amount doesn't matter. The habit does. Sign 9. You have money in savings. Simply having a little bit of money in a savings account set aside for emergencies means you're doing better than you think. That cushion provides peace of mind knowing you have a buffer if something goes wrong, and something will go wrong. Poor Peter has 0 savings. When his laptop breaks, he has to put it on a credit card at 19% interest. When his dog needs emergency vet care, he takes a payday loan at 400% interest. Every unexpected expense becomes a crisis that pushes him further into debt. Rich Richard has $3,000 in savings. When his laptop breaks, he's annoyed, but he pays cash and moves on. When his dog needs a vet, he handles it without derailing his entire month. The psychology: savings aren't just money, they're options. They're the ability to handle life without panic. The consequence of no savings: every unexpected expense compounds into debt that takes years to escape. If you have any savings at all, even $500, you're ahead of almost half of Americans. If you don't make your first goal, $1,000. That amount covers 90% of emergencies and flips your brain from survival mode to opportunity mode. Sign 10. You can say no to things without financial panic. Here's a sign almost nobody talks about, but it's one of the most important indicators of financial health. If someone invites you to an expensive dinner or a weekend trip or asks to borrow money and you can say no without your heart racing, you're doing well financially. Poor Peter gets invited to a bachelor party in Vegas. The trip will cost $800 he doesn't have, but he's terrified of looking broke or being left out, so he says yes. He puts it on a credit card. Now he's stressed for months paying it off, and he didn't even enjoy the trip because he was worried about money the entire time. He can't say no because saying no feels like admitting failure. Rich Richard gets the same invitation. He runs the numbers. $800 for a weekend doesn't align with his priorities right now. He's saving for a down payment. So he says, I can't make this one work, but let's plan something local soon. No panic, no shame. While we thought no financial disaster, the psychology. The ability to say no is proof you're in control of your money instead of your money controlling you. When you can decline things that don't serve your goals without fear or guilt, you've achieved a level of financial confidence most people never reach. The consequence of never being able to say no: you'll spend money you don't have on experiences you don't want to impress people you don't like. Your financial goals will always take a backseat to social pressure. Practice saying no to one thing this month that doesn't align with your financial priorities. Notice how it feels. The discomfort fades fast, but the money you save compounds forever. There will always be someone who looks richer than you on social media. They'll have the nicer car, the bigger house, the fancier vacation. But you have no idea what's happening behind the scenes, that person might be drowning in debt. They might be one missed paycheck away from losing everything. Financial success isn't about looking rich, it's about actually being stable. Celebrate the small milestones, because building wealth takes time and patience. And the person who can acknowledge progress while staying focused on the next goal is the person who actually makes it.